Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said the increased spread of the coronavirus posed an important trouble to the economy in the months ahead and said it was too soon to say how vaccines would change the outlook. In today's video, we'll talk all about what Powell has to say about the biggest economic threat in the US. But before that, make sure you press that red subscribe button along with that tiny bell icon to get updated every time we post new videos. Let's get started. Jerome Powell is a member of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System since May 2012, designated by President Barack Obama to fill an unexpired term. He was reappointed by Obama and then sworn in on June 2014 for a term that expired on January 2018. Powell took office as Fed chairperson in February 2018 after being nominated for that post by President Donald Trump and validated by the US Senate. His 4-year tenure as Fed chairperson expires in February 2022, but President Joe Biden in November announced that he is re-electing Powell formally again, subject to blessings by the Senate. The 68-year-old Republican has been praised for his governance of the economy during the pandemic. The other front-running candidate, Lael Brainerd, was favored by progressives on the left of President Biden's Democratic Party. They have blamed Mr. Powell for not doing enough to handle climate change and poverty, and say he has weakened regulation of fiscal establishments. Federal Reserve has alerted of dire consequences of lawmakers don't do enough to guard the economy. The downturn is without modern precedent, said Jerome Powell, the Fed chief. While the central bank has made efforts to limit the economic impact caused by the coronavirus-related shutdowns, further fiscal support might be demanded from Washington to assist lasting damage, he said. Mr. Powell's comments came as Democrats and Republicans argued about the merits of a relief spending plan. In May, House Democrats unveiled a $3 trillion relief measure that Republicans dismissed as excessively priced and overreaching. Investors have ignored a number of threats to the economy in recent months, rather bidding up stocks since the Fed signaled that it was ready to buy unlimited bonds to stabilize pivotal fiscal markets, and after President Trump signed a $2 trillion economy rescue package. Mr. Powell appeared to focus investors on the pitfalls again, a day after they heard a distinct concern from Dr. Anthony Fauci, a central figure in the US government's coronavirus response. Still, if economic interests were allowed to override public health enterprises, Dr. Fauci says there's a real threat that you will trigger an outbreak that you may not be able to control. And some influential investors have counted on the growing split between the performance of the share market and an unpleasant outlook for the American economy. Powell said the U.S. economy is stronger than those of other major economies, thanks in part to further robust financial support. U.S. consumer spending surged in October, and first-time operations for unemployment aids are at a 52-year low, leading economists to boost their GDP growth estimates for the fourth quarter. Still, consumer confidence dropped to a 9-month low in November amid worries about the rising cost of living and pandemic wariness. With very strong consumer demand clashing with persistent supply chain issues, the Fed may be nearing the time when it must pick between aiming for full employment and keeping inflation in check. So that's all for today's video. Let us know your views in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video before leaving. Thanks for watching.